guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Turtle Bookworm. I first want to give a shout out to Stephanie at Split Ends. If you guys live locally, go see Stephanie. She does amazing hair. I am so happy with the way my hair turned out. Thumbs up to Stephanie. I had a great time hanging out with you today while you cut, styled, colored my hair, and I went and showed my husband and he loved it, and he said that I could go get a new book at Barnes & Noble's. And the checker guy said, "Can I say something?" And I'm like, "Okay, weirdo." And he says, "You look really beautiful." And I got so giddy. So thanks for giving me the hair that made some stranger tell me I was pretty, because now I feel pretty. Anyways, now that that's all cheesy and out of the way, let's get back to the video. So while I was at Barnes & Noble's, I had permission from my husband to get one book, but whoops, don't let me loose alone in Barnes & Noble's. But you'd be happy because I only bought 2 books. One of them was on my list that I really wanted. Another one was something that I picked up based on a conversation that me and Steph were having while she was doing my hair. Again, go see Stephanie if you want your hair done. Awesome prices, amazing job, and she's so much fun. I adore her. She's just amazing. She's beautiful. Her hair is always awesome. Her makeup's spot on. I want to be her. She's just so pretty. Stephanie, you're beautiful. I really like you. So while I was at the salon talking with Stephanie, she was telling me how she likes like crime-ish type books. She told me some other books that she likes, but we won't talk about those. Anyways, I don't really read crime books very often, and I've been reading a lot of young adult, epic fantasy, high fantasy, sci-fi books, which is what I love. I love those, but sometimes you are reading and you're like, I think I've read this story before, because it just plays on a loop over and over, and you do find all the books to be a little bit similar in one way or the other, and that's just the nature of the game. When you read one specific genre, one specific section of a genre, you are going to have the same feeling over and over, which is why I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting into the Red Queen, but it did start picking up this morning, so as soon as I'm done with this video here, while it's all uploading and doing its thing, while I'm kid-free and husband-free, I'm going to be reading the rest of the afternoon, enjoying a glass of red wine, sitting on my couch in the air-conditioned house, because it is hot outside. As much as I'd like to sit outside and read, it is just way too hot, and I want my hair to keep for when my hubby gets home, because maybe I could talk him into taking me on a date. Scorch Trials is out. Husband, Scorch Trials is out. That's a hint. No, it's more than a hint. Will you please take me to Scorch Trials, please? Thank you. So while I was at Barnes & Noble's, with the conversation that me and Steph had in mind, I wanted to find something that I normally wouldn't read. So I was walking by the bargain books. You know how they have them in Barnes & Noble's. $5.98, members get more off, blah, 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 blah. I happened to see this. Don't judge me when I show you the cover, judgers. Can you see that? I know there's a horrible glare from the lighting, but it's called The Mystery Woman, and it's by Amanda Quick. Amanda Quick is a pen name for another author I haven't heard of, Jane Ann Krentz, but she looks really familiar. I know I've seen her before. I probably read one of her books before. It's just been a long time. So the reason this book spoke to me is the little tiny derringer at the front. I think that little tiny 2 shots are really cute. I have one. It's black with a nice little pearl handle on it. It's a little 2-shot 22, and I just love it. It's not accurate. It's not worth a damn, really, as far as shooting capability, but it's adorable, and what girl doesn't want an adorable little gun? So that's what got me looking at this book. So I'm just going to read you the inside flap. Under the plain gray skirts of Miss Beatrice Lockwood's gown, a pistol waits at the ready. For Beatrice's paid companion on a secret mission, and with a secret past, she must be prepared to fight for her life at any moment. Yet she is thrown oddly off guard by the fierce-looking man who joins her in foiling a crime outside of a fancy ball, and then disappears into the shadows, leaving only his card. His name is Joshua Gage, and he claims to know Beatrice's employer. Beyond that, he is an enigma with a hypnotically calm voice and an ebony and steel cane. Joshua, who carries out clandestine investigations for the Crown, is equally intrigued. He has a personal interest in Miss Lockwood, a suspected thief and murderer, not to mention a fraudster who claims to have physical powers. The quest to discover her whereabouts has pulled him away from his mournful impulses to hurl himself into the sea, and engaged his curiosity about the real Beatrice Lockwood, whose spirit he suspects is not as delicate as her face and figure. He does know one thing, though. This flame-haired beauty was present the night Roland Fleming died at the Academy of the Occult. Guilty or not, she is his guide to a trail of blood and blackmail, mesmerism and madness, a path that will lead both of them into the clutches of a killer who calls himself the Bone Man. So yeah, it does sound a little bit like a young adult book that I would typically read, but it's not a young adult book, so there's that. And there's a lot of leg on the cover, so there's that. And the little tiny derringer is still the winner in this book. So the other book I picked up had been on my list, and I've been watching it, and I have a complaint right now to Barnes & Nobles. Please stop putting the stickers on the front of your book, because look what you made me do. This is not okay, and I'm a little upset by it. But there's nothing I can do, and I should have probably just left it. But I don't like it saying 20% off on my books. Put them like on the inside somewhere. Don't put it on my dust jacket. That's just messed up. All kinds of messed up. So anyways, The Night Sister by Jennifer McMahon. I've been eyeballing this for a while. I gotta remember to take it off my Amazon wish list because Christmas is coming. And coming October, I am banned from buying books because it's supposed to be a very bookish Christmas for my husband. So that's pretty exciting. And I want to make sure I have enough in stock before October comes around because I will go through them like water. But on the plus side, my wish list is going to grow and grow and grow. So props to you, husband. You tricked me into expanding my wish list. So, The Night Sister. In the 1950s, the Tower Motel, with its namesake tower, was the shining attraction of tiny London, Vermont. Now it stands in disrepair, alive only in the memories of three women, Amy Piper and Piper's sister Margot. They played there as girls until the day that their games uncovered something dark and sinister in Amy's family's past, something that ruined Piper and Margot's friendship with Amy forever. As adults, Piper and Margot have done everything they can to move on. Piper lives in California, while Margot has devoted herself to studying local history and starting a family. Until one day, Piper receives a panicked call from Margot. Amy and her family are dead, supposedly killed by Amy's own hand. And before she died, Amy scrawled a message that the two sisters know was meant for them. 29 rooms. Suddenly, Margot and Piper are forced to revisit that fateful summer when they found a packed suitcase and haunting letters that once belonged to Sylvie Slater. Amy always claimed that her aunt had run away to Hollywood to live out her dream of becoming Hitchcock's next blonde bombshell of a leading lady, but the truth is much more complicated. As they investigate, a new story unfolds. One is Sylvie and Rose, two sisters who lived at the motel during its heyday, and one sister who carries a secret that will haunt the generations to come. Looking forward to that. Probably going to end up reading this in October. I have a lot of ideas for creepy books that I would like to read in October. The first book that I am going to read in October is Z for Zachariah. It is a dystopian, post-apocalyptic book that me and April have put on our list for the next video movie read that we are going to do. So if you want to check out Z for Zachariah in your October TBR, that'd be great. You can, if you live locally, once you read the book, if you want to come watch it with us, you can totally do that too. One more thing I picked up at Barnes & Noble. Little magnetic bookmarks, bacon and eggs and toast and a toaster. So I'm going to get back to reading The Red Queen. So whatever you're reading today or what you've got going on this weekend, I hope you're enjoying it, but I do hope you're reading because I want to hear all about it. Comment down below. Let me know some really creepy books that you've read that I can add to my October list since we're almost halfway through September already and I need to get that creepy list going. Down below, let me know. Unintentional rhyming. Until the next time we meet, keep on reading and cheers.